Hi, I am Jasmine Good, going over lab report number 10. So what I have here is my JK flip-flop, which is a mod 4, which is on the right. Then I have my D-Mux in the middle, and then my Mux on the left. So the gray wires are for, so the gray wires represent all the VCCs and all the grounding of each one. And then all the yellow wires are the outputs from the D-Mux, and I put the white wire so I can actually see what the output from the Mux is. And then I attach all the switches for the Mux, which is all the red wires and that one green wire, and I have it set to where I'm gonna start at, which is the 0, 1, 1, 0. And then a lot of it for the JK flip-flop is setting all the J's and K's as well, yellow and the red wires for. All the J's and K's, the pre's and the clears were set to 1. And the only thing is that one red wire right there is the 15, which is the output of the first flip-flop going into the input of the second clock. So that's what that represents. And then I also had these green wires representing the outputs that go into the D-Mux and the Mux. So I had, for instance, like output 11. I had output 11 going to pin 2 of the D-Mux, and then I also had that pin 11 going to pin 10 of the Mux, and then I had the output 15 from the least significant bit going to the pin 2 of the D-Mux, and then I also had that output going to pin 11. And that was all the connections from there. We already went over the LEDs. So then anything left over is the breakdowns of like the enables. So I set the enables to ground unless it was the inputs of that flip-flop. So putting it on, for a heads up is that I already tested it out, but my D-Mux has a error chip for that last one, because right now all of them should be high. So that output is that output of the Mux, but this is supposed to be high for that D-Mux. Yes, for that D-Mux last output, but it has a faulty. Yes, so then it goes on next. So for instance, this one, for 1, we're going to have that output of the D-Mux is 1, 0, 1, 1, and then the output that came out from the Mux was 0. And then on the third, the next one, we had 1, 1, 0, 1 as the output from the D-Mux. And then we had that output from the Mux is a 0, so that's what entered into the D-Mux. And then again, it was supposed to be all high, but that chip shows that 0 because of the faulty chip. But that is how it is set up, so they all become high, and that is how it works.